Hi, friends. Recently, we had an internet outage at work, and I'm the oldest one there, of course. And one of the 20-somethings said, "Grandpa, what was life like before the internet?" Well, we all had a really good laugh over that one. But it really got me thinking, what was it like? Well, I think the short answer is it was slower. It was a time before the internet and smartphones, and texting, and the immediacy of social media and a 24-hour news cycle were ever a reality. TV was a choice of whatever shows you wanted to watch when they were on, no on demand, over three networks. And in my case, in the 60s, we had black and white TV and an antenna. So how did we survive? Well, the short answer is we talked a lot. We communicated face to face. We spent a lot of time outside. In the summertime, it was trying to find an open baseball field anytime during the day to play baseball. It was hard. There were rows of bikes and kids either already playing or waiting to play. And if we couldn't get onto the field, then we just went home and played at home, played catch, listened to the radio, hung out in the yard. Groups of us boys would form teams and play army. Or sometimes we'd climb the neighbors' fruit trees and gorge ourselves on cherries and apples and pears. We went fishing. We always found things to do. Slept outside sometimes if it was nice. As it got cooler, we'd switch over to basketball and football. And school activities were also big in high school. Gymnasiums and football stadiums were always packed with students and fans alike. And schools had a lot of dances. We had bands pretty frequently for school dances. So there was a lot of social activity going on, once again, with people interacting with each other. I think we learned to be patient. There was no immediacy for purchasing. There was no online shopping. You had to wait for the Super Bowl to see the Super Bowl ads. Black Friday was just on the Black Friday, not month-long sales. So we had to be patient. And I think that took us a long way in being able to handle things a little bit better and not expecting things like we do now. So yes, there was a life before the internet, a much different life, a much slower life. And to the sobering reality of boomers like myself, a life that's just never coming back. Take care, friends, and we'll talk soon.